Alright, topic 7, identifying readback, hereback errors. Motion instruction, remind participant required for the completion and accurate of the readback authority, remind participant important of the readback, hereback, with the purpose of the topic to provide a professional practice to identify with the readback, hereback errors. Goals: the main plan, improve with the participant, listening, show with the regard with the readback, hereback, other everyday, dispatch communication, approximate time, 1.5 hours. Materials, railroad, dispatch communication, videotape, cue, topic 7, videotape, play, monitor, handout, one copy each of the handout, identified with the readback, hereback area, segment 1 and segment 2 for each participant. See page 70 and 71. Instructions introduced for the purpose of the topic to tell with the participant you're able to play with the tape of the dispatch communication track copy for the other dispatch for the note, the transcript of the tape, so the topic provided with your reference for the should not be distributed to the group, and show for the group to listen to the tape of the marker on their handouts, whether each of the readback, hereback is correct with the incorrect start of the tape of the play with the first segment in its entirety. Lots of background noise, radio, traffic highs, safety critically, Amtrak train with the dispatcher, Amtrak card, yard, light, engine wants you to go through the wrong main, the diesel shove over. Dispatcher, who called me? Come over again. Switcher engine WR227 in the dispatcher. Okay, come to the main line. Go to the south. Over. Dispatcher. Okay, open it up and head south. Call when clearing out. Amtrak, head south. Call when I'm clear out. Scenario 2, highly safety critical. With the dispatcher, okay with the BN 1224 to U with the northward track for the north-south for the settle over. BN engine 1224, U with the XXXXX intelligible to the dispatcher, U south, Seattle over. Dispatch, come again, 1224, you stepped over. BN engine, okay, the Pennant X, intelligible to dispatcher, South over. Dispatcher, gonna have the track in 1224 over, being an engine 1224, increasingly agitated. Okay, use the XXX and unintelligible to the dispatcher, settle over. Dispatcher, maybe you be better with a few air clears 1224. I'm not getting a complete transmission, you're over. BN engine 1224, yelling now. Okay, the U to the southward track from the north end to the south, Seattle over. Dispatcher 1221, I gave you the permission 10 minutes ago. BN 1224, okay. Dispatcher 214 north to 241 north, 0900 hours on 900. You are authorized to proceed with a 1 block alpha over. Train 241 north, 241 north is authorized to proceed 1 block alpha to the 900 over. 01900 and over. Dispatch for this right with 241 north out. Similar sounds, high safety critically. Train 16 engine 2. Train 16 engine 20. 2 knot Austin, 2 knot stop at Springfield over. Train 16, do not stop at Springfield over. Dispatcher, okay, number 16, dispatcher out. Dispatcher 5, bar 220 with a set of the store cars off of the L track with a clear of the fuel track. Now I show you that 2 cars on the L lead are going to have to make with a hitch with them, shovel the car with the clear of the fuel over. Bars 220 set off the 6 dome of the L tie with the 2 cars, the L lead, shovel them on the clear fuel track over. The dispatch, that's correct with the bar 220, dispatch out. Number 6, Y20117, dispatcher Y20117, emergency here for the Riverdale over, dispatcher, okay, Y20117, train went into the emergency Riverdale, you've got nothing coming against you, but give me a call when you protect your train, and I'll protect you against the trains over, Y20117, the train, dispatcher, the need for the protect our train, we can also, soon as we check the training, Y20117 out. Dispatcher, show 724 West, okay with the make of the pickup at the number 1 West at Church Street with holding on your head over the 2 cars, holding on your head at 10 cars over. 1724 West, okay, make the pickup of the head pin over. Dispatcher, okay, that's out. Dispatcher over the train over the 152, over the 152, go ahead over to dispatcher 152, employee stop at the Cleveland and pick up the machinist who's going to be riding with you over. Okay, the dispatcher employee stop at the Cleveland to pick up the machinist out. Dispatcher of the dispatcher calling CV extra 4550 south over, CV 4550 south over. Dispatcher CV 4550 south of the Wooded 14 car picked up with the oil company with the Burlington 6 car with the fuel truck 8 on the delivery. Bills are in the box over CVD 4550 south of the dispatch with the 14 car pickup with the oil company Burlington 6 car with fuel truck 8 on the delivery. Bills in the box over. OK 4550. Oh, out. When 781 ended with the stop of the tape of the rewind with the beginning of the segment and with the volunteer his or her answer for the first communication and with the confirming the correct nature using answer key with the reply with the message that you with the go over the answer with the repeat with the process with each of the communication segment 1. You have the review with the answer for segment 1. Ask of the group the following quiet general question list response with the flip chart. What type of the readback error of the dispatcher for the track of the occupants ran with the readback error that typically they have heard on the job? What are the most common cause of the readback error with the technique that you use with the clearly by partial incorrect readback hearbacks? Next play segment 2 for the segment of the group whether each readback hearback is correct and incorrect, but also be why any wrong readback hearbacks are incorrect. Segment 1, show the dispatcher train number 124, stop at the tower A, pick up with a package with going to Salem Tower over. Number 124, okay, dispatcher, pick up with the tower A to drop off at the Salem Yard over. Dispatch, thanks, out. Operated in New Haven in the 19, operated in New Haven in 19 West, copy 2, over. Operated in New Haven and ready to copy the dispatch, over. Dispatcher of the train order number 112 of the 112 of the CNE, number 1507 of the New Hope, it does not exceed the 30 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour between CP the 26 of the 266 of the Hamilton number 2 track of the signature of the DGM, over. Train order number 1121112 CNE and number 11507 of the New Hope, it does not exceed 30 miles per hour between CP C post 266266 Hamilton number 2 track signature of the DGM, over. OK, complete the 0425 DGM, out. Operator New Haven, complete 042 DGM. Operator Jones, out. Dispatcher 3. The YPRF 67, you need to pick up with the 19 readings on the track 11 holding on your Mohawk block. I got another crew working on the track 10 on the north end. We'll see, so watch over YPRE 67 and pick up with the 19 readings on the track 11 holding on the Mohawks. Go on and over the crew working on this north end of the 10, the north end, over. Dispatcher, okay, YPRE, out. T39T5, dispatcher this is T39T5. We got 3 cars grounded on the ground here with the Davis of the TILX 411 0 to TX 1058 and ADMX 1545 7. No dangers. They are pretty good with the conductors on the ground, but they're now checking them out, over. Dispatcher of the T39T5 of the TILX 411 0 with the TDX 11058 and the ADMX 15457, now dangerous. I'm trying to raise the transmaster, lead him toward the yard, out. Dispatcher AGE, the switch over the engine 334, you with the caution over the Miller Avenue main with the crossing protection must be activated 20 to 20 seconds before the crossing may be occupied, over. EGE 334, use caution Miller Avenue main, crossing protection must be accompanied 20 seconds before the crossing to be occupied, over. OK, out. The IHB 449 dispatcher would likely to come over the Walker, leave it to go toward the way leading in the CSX westward main yard, over. Dispatcher 449, OK, proceed with the tour of the Y. Let me call CSX, give it the permission to line toward the main with it before I give you the permission to hand through switch into the Kennedy Avenue, over. IHB 449, OK, dispatcher permission with a Y, hand throw switch over the Kennedy, over. Dispatcher, OK, out. 7, the dispatcher engine 202 north and 2 of the 900 run extra for the Jefferson and the Raven, and single truck will protect against 300 south of the after half after 800 hours, over. Train crew engine 204 north has half after 900 hours run Jefferson Davis single truck with a proceeding against 300 south after half after 800 hours, over. OK, out. Dispatcher. Dispatcher, extra 1770 west path of the top signal the FX pursuit of the west road of the track with the east road of the track in accordance with the rule 629. Dispatcher GCSP with over extra 717 west main path of the top signal the FX pursues from the westward track to eastward track in accordance with the rule 629. Dispatcher GSP over the dispatcher time issue with the 0744 out. Extra 1717 is 16 minutes before 1800 hours out. Foreman calling Wayside telephone high safety critical. Track Foreman Jackson. Foreman Jackson, the dispatcher. I got a lineup of 010 here, between Douglas and Riverdale at 1 after 1200 hours to 16 until 1600 hours. I'm going to work on the westward track at 1500 hours, but I'm not exactly sure of the westward track over the dispatcher. What was the location now of the track? Foreman Jackson, station signs Harrison over. Track dispatcher. Okay, first track you see with the next platform. Westward track farther apart with the eastward of the track on the other side of the depot with the house track over. Track Foreman Jackson west east house with the okay the dispatcher east west house over and dispatcher okay out. Go over the answer in segment 2 with you as you did in segment 1. Ask the group of the following question. Let's respond with a flip chart. What type of readback error in the dispatch of the track occupants made with the most difficult readback errors to detect? What relation is between the incorrect with the readback errors over the workload with the problems have the missed and readback caused you? Answer key. Amtrak reading instruction intent with the switch engine crew with the wrong recipient correct? No. BN 1224, not correct. We authorize the dispatcher either the northward track, not the southward, at the north end of the south of Seattle. Substitution 241 north was correct. Train number 16, train crew interpreted to not as do not, homophone. Bar 220 was correct. Y20117 was correct. 1724 West was not correct. Incorrectly repeats dispatch of the pickup of the headpin behind the end of the car instead of holding on the head. 10 cars homophone. Number 152 was correct, and CV 4550 South was correct. Answer key identifying the hereback error segment 1. Number 124 was incorrect. Train crew error was train crew incorrectly repeats location package drop off Salad Yard instead of the tower. Operator New Haven was correct. YPR East was correct. T39TF was correct. EJE 3034 was correct. IHB 449 was incorrect. IHB 449 incorrectly reads that they have permission to throw the switch at Kennedy Avenue substitution. Extra 204 North was incorrect. Incorrect readbacks the time and a half after 900 hours instead of the 900 hours. Location data is instead of the Raven substitution. Extra 1717 was correct. Informant Jackson was incorrect. Incorrect readback of location east-west house instead of west-east house transportation. Instruction of the determining of the readback hereback errors. You have the call dispatcher 1 through 9. You correct yes or no. Instruction to determine readback hereback errors. Correct identify errors. Detect with the call. Sign dispatcher correct yes or no error. Those are blank worksheets. Chapter 8. Identify multiple readback hereback errors.